What is up, everybody? My name is KAYGEE and I'm back with another video. In today's episode of Life Lessons with KAYGEE, we'll be looking at a topic that's very close to my heart, and that is the importance of knowing your life's purpose. But before we do that, if you're not part of the family yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload new content. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get straight to it. As you can see, guys, I'm dressed for the occasion. I'm looking fresh. So yeah, I'm ready to dive right in. Hope you're gonna enjoy the message. The topic of purpose is a bit broad, and in the next couple of weeks, I'll try to sort of unpack it for you guys. So today's video will be more foundational than anything, just to lay a nice foundation before we can start building a nice house about purpose. Success is something that every human being is seeking, whether we admit it or not. It's the reason why we have workaholics. It's the reason why false prophets and false pastors look to marine spirits and dark forces for ministerial power. It's the reason why people buy followers on social media to appear more successful than they actually are. Personal success, therefore, is one of the main driving forces of the human race. Even though we are taught the contrary, success is in fact predictable. I say this because all of life is designed to function through principles. And one thing about principles is that they operate without distinction. In other words, principles do not discriminate. Sorry about that, guys. Phew. This flu seems to be creeping up on me. To truly succeed, there are 5 questions we must all answer. Every human being, whether consciously or unconsciously, is trying to answer these questions. These questions determine everyone's behavior and motivate everything we do. Promiscuity finds its roots from these questions. Crime is a product of these questions. Innovation, manufacturing, corruption, greed, charity, and everything else, good or bad, that humans do finds its roots from these questions. Our attempt to find answers to these questions is the cause of all human behaviors and endeavors. Believe it or not, all the complexities of human existence can be reduced to 5 questions. How accurately you answer all of these questions determines the direction of your life, as well as your ultimate success or failure. The 5 questions that every human being is battling to answer are: who am I? Where am I from? Why am I here? What can I do? And lastly, where am I going? The first question, ladies and gentlemen, who am I, is a question of identity. The average human is still struggling with self-identity. That's why people twang or bleach their faces. It's the reason why we change the texture of our hair. Many people are losing the battle of identity so much that they have lost their true selves. Some have even started looking like other people. In most cases, they tend to start looking like those they worship or those they consider to be better than them. The sad reality is that only a small percentage of people are originals. the majority of people are fake versions of other people. When you don't know who you are, you wear the personas of those who have found themselves, and you use that to define yourself. We wear expensive branded clothes, most of which are names of people, because we believe that if I wear the name of somebody the world considers to be important, then I will also be seen as important or significant. The entire fashion industry, especially expensive brands, are founded on the basis of our identity crisis. False pastors commit fraud and scam people in order to obtain a certain lifestyle. All they are trying to do is to answer this question of identity. If I can have 5 cars more than the other pastor, then I will be seen by the world as somebody. Who am I? I am the richest pastor in the world, the pastor with 5 cars. Who am I? I am the guy that has slept with half of the girls in my neighborhood. I am the man. I am somebody. I am significant. This is because the journey of life requires us to answer the question of identity. Whether we answer it falsely or truthfully, it must be answered. It is easier to answer this question by pretending to be someone else. Yet it is harder but more rewarding to answer the question by searching deep within ourselves. Honestly answering this question may also mean that we must surrender to our own unique path, even if that path is difficult, painful, and long. Honestly answering this question may require us to understand the fact that there are certain things we may not get or achieve until we go through a certain process of preparation because of our purpose. The second question that all of us are trying to figure out is the question, where am I from? Now, this is a question of source, question of origins. Who made me? Does my essence originate from planet Earth or from somewhere else? Regardless of who you call him or it, life has a source or creator, and so do you. Nothing on this planet has created itself. There is a conscious mind behind everything that exists. Everything in your house was created by someone to serve a specific and unique purpose. Things don't just exist for no reason. If it exists, then it has a specific purpose, and that includes you. Since everything is created for a specific purpose, then it means the success of every created thing is important to its creator. No inventor or manufacturer wants their product to fail, because the failure of a product can damage the reputation of its maker. If God created you and for a specific purpose, it follows that your success is important to Him. This is why I said earlier that success is predictable. Every manufacturer of a product guarantees success if the product is used for the purpose it was designed for. In the same way, your Creator or God guarantees your success if you focus on doing that which He uniquely designed you to do. The purpose of a refrigerator, for an example, is to keep stuff cool. If it fulfills that purpose, then that refrigerator is considered to be successful. You are not going to see a fridge trying to warm up stuff. No, that is the purpose of a microwave. The problem with the majority of humans is that many of us don't know our unique purpose. And so many of us are trying to be successful in fields we were not designed for. God says, if you can focus on perfecting that which I created you to do, then your success is guaranteed. Yep, I said it. The success is guaranteed, but only if you focus on doing that which you were uniquely created to do. In that sense, success does become predictable. You no longer need to try to figure out things. The only thing you need to do is to figure out, why was I made? Why do I exist? We will look at that in more detail when we get to the third question. Now, the reason why your success is guaranteed when you focus on your purpose is because you are branded. Just as every product carries the name or image of its manufacturer, you are also carrying the invisible mark of your creator in your DNA. You were made in your creator's image. But many of you don't know this because you don't know where you are from or who made you. As much as knowing your earthly heritage is important, knowing your divine heritage is even more important. Before releasing a product, the manufacturer puts their name on it. This gesture implies that the product in question has been tested and approved and contains within itself everything required for it to fulfill its intended purpose. The very fact that you exist in this world confirms that you were approved by your Maker before you were even born, and that you already possess everything it takes to succeed in doing that which you were uniquely designed to do. This is what I mean by success is predictable. Success is predictable because you were tested and approved before you were born. There are only two possible reasons why you've been failing. Either because it is not yet your time, in other words, you are still being prepared, or you are not focusing on that which you were created to do. Greatness is something that you must grow into. So even though you were approved in eternity, your physical self must still come into alignment with your spirit as it relates to your purpose. No one knows a particular product better than the one who made it. So in order to truly know yourself, you must first know who made you. This is why this question is important. You need to know where you're from. The reason why I'm so excited right now is because we are now getting closer to the meat of my talk, and that is relating to the third question that all of us must answer in order to find ourselves in this sometimes confusing journey of life. And the third question is, why am I here? Or why do I exist? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the ultimate question of purpose. One thing that is worth highlighting in relation to this question is the fact that the question of purpose is directly linked to the first two questions. What do I mean by that? Well, if you don't know who you are and where you are from, there is no way that you can know why you are here. One of the biggest misconceptions about purpose is that we need to find or discover it. But that is not true. You were not born to find your purpose. You were born with your purpose already inside of you. The only reason why you think you need to find it is because you are looking for it everywhere else, except from within yourself, which is where it is. Your purpose is not outside of you. It is inside of you. Another reason why your purpose guarantees your individual success is because your purpose is the divine vision that necessitated your existence. I'm going to say that again. Your purpose is the divine vision that necessitated your existence. The best way to understand your unique purpose is by asking this question: what did my Creator have in mind when I was created? In other words, which problem in the world was I uniquely designed to solve. You must understand that purpose always comes before the product. This is why only purpose can fulfill you. So, because you were created to fulfill a specific purpose, you will never be happy doing anything else. So many people are stuck in jobs they hate. Many people hate Monday mornings because circumstances have forced them to live a life that has nothing to do with their real purpose. The reason you hate your job is because, like most people, your job is not your purpose. If you don't realize your purpose, you will always feel empty, depressed. You will always be chasing the rat race. The fourth existential question, ladies and gentlemen, that we must all answer in order to find ourselves is, what can I do? This is a question of natural ability. It relates to your true power. It relates to your gift. Most of what the majority of humans has achieved falls very much short of their real potential. The sadder truth is that more than 90% of the human race goes to the grave without ever tapping into their true power. This is so because most education systems in the world are an enemy to individual brilliance. Society teaches us to conform, yet purpose requires us to be unique. I often say that we all have star quality, but that star quality is varied. It is your gift that can enable you to unleash the beast in you. It is your gift that will ensure that your unique star quality comes forth. But like I said, the education systems of the world don't have the mechanisms to measure individual brilliance, which is why people are judged by rigid tests and exams. Worst of all, society is full of dream killers. Many have an opinion on what we can and cannot become. People with great visions and gifts are living below their potential because someone told them what they can and cannot be, and they believed it. So many people are merely surviving and barely making a living, yet they were created to thrive while impacting the world. Through your potential, through your gift, you can do a lot of good things. There are a lot of good vocations you can pursue, but you were not created to pursue some good thing. Rather, you were created to pursue the right thing. Not every good and sincere pursuit is the right one for you. Since purpose requires focus, you can't fulfill it if you are distracted by a handful of other pursuits. One speaker once said, "The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing." And what that essentially means is, until you focus your attention on mastering one thing, you will always be mediocre. You will never be great at anything. My commission for you today is, find that one thing that you can do well, better than anyone else. Perfect that thing. Give it your all. And it will only be a matter of time until you succeed from it. Don't pursue what seems prestigious or what seems to be bringing in the most money. Pursue that which you were created to do. That is your mandate. Not only will this fulfill you, but it will also reward you more than you ever dreamt at the right time. Like I said, guys, this episode is more foundational than anything. I will be delving into more detail in the next coming weeks, relating to this issue of purpose. Now, in closing, the fifth question that we must all answer in order to find meaning to our lives is the question, where am I going? This is a question of vision or destiny. Since your Creator is an eternal being, your final destiny was sealed before you were even born. Your purpose is what should inform your vision for your life. Since you don't exist for your own purpose, but for the purpose of the one who made you, you can only have the right vision for your life by understanding what your Creator had in mind when He formed you. Your existence is proof that there is already a complete and specific mission you were created to fulfill. So stop living your life as though it was an experiment. Look deep within yourself and unleash that sleeping giant within you. And the secret is your divine purpose, your unique gift. Those are the clues you need to be looking out for. This can change your life. So there you have it, folks. My job is done. So I'm hoping that you enjoyed the video, hoping that it made sense to you somehow, and look forward to part 2 in this series. Once again, if you are not yet a member of the family, please join by subscribing and also hitting that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload new content. Thanks again for watching. Peace.